following program may contain coarse language, suggestive dialogue, and discussion of violent imagery and sexual situations. It is intended for mature listeners who can tell the difference between facts and opinions.
There is treachery lurking in the shadows in this episode of the Toonami Faithful Podcast. I am your host, Sketch, and with me I have...
Bob Skrilla, the founder of ToonamiFaithful.com.
And...
It's Happy Kuro Kitty.
And bringing up the rear...
Streamin' Steven, managing the stream.
I gotta get a shirt. I gotta make a shirt for that. I'm sorry.
Yes. Yes, you should. So, this week we'll be talking about Bleach and Blue Exorcist. So we'll just go ahead and get into that Bleach. So, when we last left off, the Quincy's were preparing for their second strike coming out of nowhere. Though this time, the squads were kind of, expecting the unexpected. And Ichigo has gone off to the special room for his training.
Quotations. Special room.
If you were wondering how the Quincy's have been able to get into the Serite so easily, more than once now, surprise, they've always been inside the Serite. They've been in a little pocket dimension made from their reishi inside the Serite the whole time. That's a long time just chilling in the Serite.
I mean, we knew that they were in a pocket dimension, but this actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it does. And thanks, Askin, for, explaining that. I like how it had newly appointed head captain's like, oh, yes, thanks for the explanation. I'm the new head captain. Oh, no, wait. No, he was talking to
Mayuri.
Yeah, Mayuri didn't show up yet, but he was talking to the whatever that group's whatever that group is called. And then Mayuri shows up and he's positively glowing. Take that as you will. Because he's devised a way to counteract the shadow powers of the Quincy's, because they've been hiding in the shadows all this time. And Askin's like, yeah, you're way too much trouble. Somebody else can fight you. Fair enough. So yeah, he's developed countermeasures for the Quincy techniques. But elsewhere, Hashfault is the one who's talking to Shinsui, who's like, hey, I'm the newly appointed captain. Maybe you didn't know that. It's like, oh, yes, I knew that. So he's coming in here, grandstanding, talking about how his lord says we should start the war, end it quick. Okay. Because that's what peace is all about, right? Yeah. But what he wasn't expecting was Nanao, Shinsui's second in command, has developed a high-level Kido, which will prevent him from moving. But he kind of brushes it off like, wow, instead of just perfecting that thing, you probably should have made it so other people could learn it. Otherwise, your other captains would be doing a lot better. Speaking of those other captains... they are fighting various Sternritters. The Sternritters have shown up, and they have been told that the Sternritters that have stolen Bankais are supposed to go after the captains who they stole them from. It's kind of insult to injury. Like, oh, they think that they can still win. They have this little bit of hope that they'll still win. We can't have that. We have to absolutely destroy their spirit. It's all about spirit here, right? So, Hitsugaya, along with Rangiku, they face off against Bazby, who's not, in fact, the guy who stole his Bankai. He's just kind of the guy that's there at the time, and Hitsugaya fights with ice, and this guy fights with fire. Whatever. Meanwhile, Squad 2 Lieutenant Olmeda shields his sister from the Sternretter KBG9. Okay, great name. He's kind of a robot or something. I don't know. He can shoot missiles, but he just wants to know where Captain Soifon is, and Mauricio Omeda tells him, she's not here. Kind of wish she was, because then she'd be cleaning your clock. And he's like, well, if you won't answer, then I have other ways of persuasion. So naturally, he tries to go after the little sister. What a jerk. But Soifon does intervene, and, she's been off training herself and has improved her abilities beyond her Bankai, of course, which was stolen. And that seems to be going well at first, until it doesn't. And Hitsugaya also seems to be doing all right, until he's not. He has some pretty good tactics with teaming up with Rangiku to create really thin ice that is also like ash that's been covered in ice. And it allows it to be really strong somehow. And it is a good defense at first, but then Bazby's like, all right, I'm not fooling around anymore. I'll get you with just one finger. Okay, Domon Kashu. Paul perks up.
Go on.
So this is when Sternritter Kangdu shows up where Hitsugaya is fighting Bazby, and he's like, hey, the master ordered us to take down the Soul Reapers that we stole the Bankais from, so I'm supposed to be fighting this ice guy. It's like, hey, but I was fighting him. Are you sure that's okay? Well, that's what the master said, so... yeah. Meanwhile, BG9 has gravely wounded Soifon. He's very fast and shoots missiles. And just as everything seems to be going really bad, Mayuri intercepts a contact from Kisuke, who's all like, yeah, it's me, it's Kisuke. By the way, I figured out how to reclaim the stolen Bankai. That's how the episode ends. Also, Ichigo is in a long hallway trying to move forward. It's really given me vibes of that hallway in Hunter x Hunter with when Killua and Gon got to that upper level of that building and they couldn't go through the hallway. Just really reminded me of that. So that was Peace from the Shadows. And moving on to Fundamental Virulence. Virulence? Never mind.
Virulence?
But virulence.
You get a pass on that one.
Get a pass on. There's so many things that are hard to pronounce in Bleach, Thousand-Year Blood War.
Virulence. It's virulence. Yes.
Virulence. Fundamental virulence. Thank you. Yeah.
It means
So
a harm. It has to do with how harmful, like a disease or a poison is.
Okay. Well, that does play into things.
Yes.
So Kangdu, Sternritter I don't know what his power stands for, but by the way, Bazby is H for heat. But Sternritter Kangdu, he has an interesting might not be the word. He's got a bit of a quirkiness to him, in that he feels that anything that's lived together should die together. Okay. And he has already defeated Rangiku. She's really bad off. She's really, really needs medical attention. But he's he's like pointing out, well, she was your beloved vice captain, so you should die together. And then he gets all like philosophical. It's like, yes, and this Bankai I took from you, you also lived with this Bankai. It is a shame that it will live on beyond you. For that I am very sorry. Like, oh, okay. Okay. If you're so sorry, maybe don't kill him. But that would be going against orders, I suppose. So, right. Kisuke has informed Mayuri and also other Soul Reapers that he has created, after studying the powers of Kilgay, Sternritter J, in his jail, he noticed that Kilgay couldn't easily control an Arrancar's powers. So he deduces that somewhat of a holification could counteract the Quincy's powers because it would be a poison to them. So what they need to do is get black-pilled with the Shinyaku, some kind of black pill that holifies Bankais, and I guess this is just immediately distributed to all the captains that need it. That was fast.
Convenient.
So Hitsugaya takes a pill, and then he can activate a holified Bankai, which is kind of cool. He has, like, ice over his face in parts, and his voice has kind of a filter to it, so it's showing that he's got a little bit of holification. But that does allow him to take back his Bankai, and likewise for others. Maruchio manages to get the black pill into Soifon, which allows her to also hollowize her Bankai. And that allows her to defeat BG9. Now, I've been wondering for a while if Shinji Hirako, who used to be a Visored, would have kind of a more natural ability to suppress Quincy powers.
Yeah.
And that hasn't really been shown yet, but what is shown is he has some pretty nasty tricks. Yeah, he can. His Bankai allows kind of a perception to change, so everything's opposites, and you can't tell who's an enemy and who's an ally. And he doesn't use this in crowded battlefields because it would be very bad for his side if, it interacted with the wrong people. But if he's surrounded by enemies, it's perfect. So he uses that to get the Quincy soldats to slaughter each other. Good job. Good job.
That was a nasty trick, and I like it.
Yes.
You gotta play dirty when the rest of them are.
For sure. For sure. Yumichika, Hisagi, and Ikaku all ingest the black pill, and they are ambushed by Sternritter S, Mask D Masculine, who easily overwhelms them. Uh-oh. And Sternritter E Bombietta Basterbean. Gosh, I love her name. The thing she's most interested in is finding Captain Komamura, aka the doggy, because she wants to fight the doggy again. And Komamura does show up clad in his full armor, but Shinji pops in to fight her instead, and she doesn't like that. She doesn't like that the doggy got away, but you see, the doggy has better things to do, bigger fish to fry, as it were. So now Shinji's fighting Bombietta, and that seems to be going well until it's not, because she decided to activate her Volstang Deek. That's never good. Meanwhile, Ichigo is still in the dark corridor in the Soul Palace, and he's facing pressure, pain, and visions. Interesting visions that gradually reveal the Soul King. Man, there's a lot going on. Yeah. Shinji's powers are super cool. I just gotta say that.
Mm-hmm.
Very useful. Though potentially dangerous in in the wrong setting. No wonder he was keeping them under wraps for a while. Man, the Sarate is just a wasteland now. It's really
Yep.
oof. Oof, oof, oof. Well, Kuro, what did you think of these episodes of Bleach?
I had some mixed feelings. I've been a little bit frustrated and not able to quite articulate it beyond like there's this general feeling of hopelessness against this enemy. Like and and they just have such a reckless level of hatred towards the Soul Society. I mean, we did get an interesting tidbit at the beginning of the second episode of episode 16 where the two scientists are discussing the possibility of the hollows being a weakness to Quincy's, which explains why they had this big war to begin with. Like, and I just wanted to throw something because like this is great. This is great exposition and great plot development, but seriously, the biggest issue that I've had through all of this is like this entire society of Quincy's managed to disappear, managed to get all powered up, and not once did anybody question why they were so dug in about the hollows in spite of the very obvious argument, which was they need it to keep everything balanced. That's a big part of this world. It has to be balanced. Without the balance, it can cause, untold chaos. And then B, that they're all powering up, and then meanwhile they just sat here and didn't bother. The Soul Society just kind of stagnated. There was no development or strengthening or anticipation of any event like this, in which they were completely slaughtered and they lost like they were relying on their Bankai, which they lost. And then we get this Deus Ex Machina. Well, here, take this pill and it'll give you your Bankai back because we'll holify it. Like, yeah, logically that makes sense, but suddenly they're all magically distributed just in time and just in the nick of time. Like, literally.
Yeah, that's a bit
I've
ridiculous.
just found this so frustrating. And obviously I thought Shinji's contribution to the plot and the story was really interesting, and I'm glad we got to see that because any of the visored or I think having not finished the other arc, like they feel like to me a big unknown in how they can play up in all of this, given that they're holified. And my assumption was always before this that the holification is what made Ichigo's Bankai not stealable. So maybe in theory that would apply to all of them. Putting aside his whole Quincy background, like maybe if they're all holified somehow, then yeah, that would work. And I guess I was right to some extent. So having that play in is very interesting. But I just find this all frustrating because their ultimate goal, like they're just here to destroy. They came in literally, it feels like 5 minutes after they left the last time, and now they're back to destroy. And the Soul Society wasn't prepared at all. They were not prepared at all. So they've just been they're like what's a little bit that's left of them is being completely slaughtered. I don't like that kind of unfair like I don't like I don't like when you're writing a situation as far as plot development goes, making things so overwhelmingly hopeless that only some kind of deus ex machina is what can save them.
We
To
just gotta
me,
wait
that's
for
not,
Ichigo to get out of the room of spirit and time.
yeah, that's not good. That's not good writing to me.
It's
That's not what a good plot is. It just made me feel frustrated this whole time that, like, even if you look at something like Naruto, like he finds something in himself to overcome, but it's something that was always there, and he'll be beaten up and he'll still push through. Like, that's always kind of there in him, but in this, it's just that what we have to wait for, like, the teenage savior. Are we serious? Like, is that the only hope they have? They're just all gonna get slaughtered except for this one little thing that'll keep them from getting slaughtered just barely. I don't like it. I don't feel like I see that there are some plot points that are playing out and have yet to come to fruition. Obviously, I think Ureo is going to play a big part of that, but just this reckless level of evil hatred, and they're so overwhelmingly powerful. I mean, how the fuck did any of these people fight and lose to begin with? How did they lose in the first place if they were this good? There's a lot of things that aren't flying for me. They're not making sense plot wise, and it's making the experience for me. And I was struggling to articulate it during the first arc. I was just like, you know what? I really want to see what happens. But now, as we're getting into this second invasion, it's kind of like, oh, there it is. That's why. Because there's just no hope. We're relying on magical 16-year-old Ichigo to find his special power, and that's it. That's gonna save everybody. Great.
I'm really wondering if
Well
there's
done.
gonna
Well
be
done.
a significant problem caused by the holification of Bankai. Because that seems like something that's a bit dangerous.
I think it's more likely that the lack of hollows to begin with is the significant issue. Like, that's what they should be exploring. So what's the ultimate end goal? Okay, so they destroy all of the Seirete, and then they go take out the Soul King. Who the fuck is that guy, by the way? Where is he? Never shows up no matter what happens. He hasn't shown up no matter how bad things are. So what is his role anyway? But assuming the way this plays out is big bad, Yuabaha goes and attacks and kills him probably, or takes him on, or whatever. If his goal was to do that, and then he utterly completely decimates the Soul Society, then what? How are you gonna rule the world? And what? Like, it's just gonna be Quincy's and then humans, and then when they die, it's just gonna become like bad? Like what is the ultimate plan here? What is your final, what do you want out of all of this? I would think that people being stuck in a sort of warped time pocket would be missing things like, hey, I want to have a family. I miss traveling. I miss seeing the ocean. I miss having a garden. I miss being a fucking human being for 1,000 years. No, they get out there, all they want to do is fucking slaughter. Like, it's like all of their own humanity is completely stripped away. And then beyond just killing the soul eaters and the wrong cars, like, that's it. That's it. That's your goal. And now what? I don't know. I feel like it's not coming together. The big overall story is missing something for me. It's not coming together for me, and it's making me mad.
Really wondering what Yuabaha's definition of peace actually is.
You're not the only one. Yeah. So that's how I feel about it.
Paul, please tell us your thoughts.
I mean, I don't want to go all Star Wars here, but I almost feel like Ichigo's the chosen one here.
Obviously.
Because think about it in this sense. He has Hollow in him, he has Quincy in him, and he has Soul Reaper in him.
Yeah, he's Soul Reaper Jesus.
So, I mean, the Soul Reaper Jesus. And I honestly think, if you watch the original series, I think the Soul Society started to see this, because when you think back, they ultimately brought all of their powers together to give him his power, his Soul Reaper power back at the end of the original series. So, I mean, I wouldn't
Spoiler
call
alert,
him
Kuro.
I wouldn't call him Soul Reaper Jesus,
Hmm.
but you know, I think that's why they depend so much on Ichiko, especially in this situation, because he is, in a sense, and I'm trying to get the word here at 9 o'clock at night, um, the enigma of this whole situation. Because, okay, you know what Quincy's are, you know what Soul Reapers are, we know what Hollows are. But what about this human that has all three of them inside of him? What does this person do? Why is the Soul King scared of this dude? And why did he try to sort of bind him so he couldn't have any effect on what they were trying to do at first? It's because he knows that this is the person that can stop him. Now, the bigger question is, if the Quincy's, and I totally agree with you, if the Quincy's are this powerful, where like it's like, oh look, the Soul Reapers got their stuff back, they're gonna be able to kick their ass. Oh no, we have a bigger power now. Like, wait a minute, what are we doing here? Like,
Yeah.
if you are, and I agree with you, I'm gonna say the exact same thing you just said. If you were this powerful, how did you get locked down in the first place?
Mhm.
Like, was there something before when the Soul Reapers saw that stopped you that they forgot about? Like, because something doesn't make sense here. It just doesn't make sense, and I'm sure we're gonna find out here soon enough what it is. And it's not gonna be just Ichigo, because Ichigo wasn't there when they defeated the Quincy's the first time. So, what was it that made this all happen? Where the Quincy's had to go away and now they're back even more powerful. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, they're using the word shadows. I didn't know they were Batman, but they're lurking in the shadows
The
doing
last time they lost to head Captain Yamamoto, back when he was a much more ruthless fighter,
well,
and
right.
back when the court when the squad was way more ruthless.
Mm. But still, the Quincy's are more powerful now.
They got soft.
No, I don't think they got soft. I think they got.
That's what they think anyway.
I'm trying to think of the word. They got. I don't want to use the word incompetent
Complacent.
because complacent. There you go.
is the
Thank
word
you.
you're
Yes.
thinking.
Complacent.
Look at me with
yes.
the vocabulary today.
Thank you. You know you were reading my mind. That's weird, but thank you.
I could tell from the context clues.
So they got complacent, and yes, they did depend on their Bankai too much. But and this is a good reason for them to actually up their power without a Bankai, because now, it just makes them more powerful either way. But to me, you know, there's going to come a point where if they don't like reveal what's going on here, like you're going to sit there and go, what's the point here? Like, are you just going to destroy everything and then go away? Because that's what it sounds like. I mean, they went in, did their job, left, drank their boss's blood, and then came back and fucking started rampaging again. It's like, what are we doing here, guys? Like, are you destroying the Soul Society?
I guess they're
And then
not
what-
human.
And then what are you doing after you destroy the Soul Society?
Mhm.
Yeah, they're vampires.
Yeah.
Get it? Shadows, blood. Come on now,
Yep.
guys. Come on, work with me here.
No,
Anyways,
I said that last time. I was joking about them being vampires 2 weeks ago.
but
I agree. It's weird.
the one thing that I can say, and I was trying to say this before, even though I'm making fun of them as being like Batman, they're literally, if they were in the shadows this whole time, they've been detectives following these guys, seeing what their moves are, and waiting for the right time to attack. Which, it's funny because some people don't like that arc where the Bankai become these creatures and whatever. Um,
Yeah, yeah, the one where
now it's making more sense. Now it's starting to make more sense, especially when the one guy's like, "Oh, your Bankai don't have a soul," and the Bankai are like, "Oh, yes we do, yes we do."
No,
So,
I'm watching that arc currently, and I still don't like it. I think it's dumb.
no, I
Nothing will
mean,
change my mind.
maybe, but it's not bad. I don't think it's bad. I think it actually
I think
helps.
it's really terrible.
Well,
I
it
think it's
helps in
really
this
terrible.
case.
Just
So,
barely.
but yeah, I hope they get to the point. I mean, how overpowered are these Quincy's at this point?
Well, they had 1,000 years.
Well, the one guy, both of those two were supposed to be dead. Now they're not really dead. So it's like, okay, like, do you have the power to bring people back to life? Because really, you're basically saying to me they're dead. That you just brought two people that just got killed back to life. So okay, you want to explain this because this doesn't seem right to me.
I'm sure if Laser was here, he'd be laughing silently.
Yeah,
Probably.
but this is all just it is a huge over reliance on lazy plot devices. It's a huge over reliance on Deus Ex Machina. It's just not good writing because even if this all somehow comes together, sketch it it it's like it'll just work out, or someone will be just overpowered enough for it to not matter. It won't. This is one of those things where it shouldn't be midway through the story on the second part of, what is it, a 5-part. I don't know if I can sit through 5 parts of this nonsense.
4 parts.
But yeah, 4 parts, so halfway through, and it's like using this kind of plot devising. I don't think that's very good writing.
Well,
I just expect better. I really do expect better from this for the final arc of something this epic. I think that they could have done better.
I mean, to your point, it is a little weird, and I mentioned this the last time I was talking about Bleach, how it seems like this scene where Ichigo is going down this dark tunnel, it's kind of the same thing to where he was learning the final Getsuga Tensho, and he emerged as this overpowered Soul Reaper that basically just completely destroyed Aizen. So,
But we don't want
well,
that.
but that's what it seems like is going to happen now. It's like all of a sudden he's going to emerge from this tunnel
Probably.
and he's now overpowered again. Like, yes, I am on completely on the same page with you, Kuro, on this, because if we're just rehashing something that already happened, this doesn't make sense. Now, I'm not saying he's going to do the final Getsuga Tensho in a different form this time. I'm saying that it's going to be kind of the same thing where he emerges and even though these guys are super powered, he's going to literally like flick them and they're done. Like, and
I don't think it would be that easy.
But I mean, it's funny to say that, but it's you get what I'm saying.
He'll
like,
probably take out some Stern Ritters really easily. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sure like that flame dude, he'll be done in like 2 seconds. Because he's cocky and I want to see him get cut in half because he's an asshole.
Yep.
Ask me how I really feel about that asshole.
He's calling Hitsugaya cocky. It's like, takes one to know one, buddy.
So, by the way, you want to talk about overpowered? This dude is like flicking people with just fingers of flames. Like, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
2 fingers.
Shit.
2 fingers. He was holding back before.
It's not that there aren't good ideas, though. I mean,
No.
the big bad Quincy, I think, is a great idea. Having all this backstory all this mythology. Like that's a lot of fun. Maybe the real reason they want the Hollows dead is because of something to do with their being antithetical to them. Like these are great concepts that well executed could be really compelling for the story. Not to mention, like, you don't want to have the action be like, oh, the bad guys are bad, the good guys are good, and then that's it. They have a fight and that's it. Like, obviously, you need to build tension. Having the Storm Riders be strong, obviously, stealing the Bankai even, great. But just this overwhelming, like, nothing affects them. They're barely the Soul Reapers are barely able to hold their own, if even at all.
Yeah, the thing that frustrates me is Hitsugaya and Soifon and others went about, training. It wasn't a very long time, but like they went about special training and they clearly upped their game.
Did
and
nothing.
I was really hoping for that to amount to more, but it doesn't. The only thing that works is getting a holified Bankai, and then they're good. Okay.
Yeah.
So they're still relying on their Bankais.
Yeah, I mean,
do better, Tito Kubo. Just do better.
It's
Sorry,
a little late
that's
to
what
be
this
asking them.
amounts to. That's what it amounts to, though.
Yeah.
by the way,
Come up with something more interesting.
just a side note. I found myself when I was watching the Demon Slayer movie the other day, in a certain scene. I'm not going to tell anybody what happens in it, but in a certain scene when he's playing as Giyu, I'm like, Getsuka Tensho? So, like, because those two characters are, I mean, Ichigo can be more.
Those characters are not particularly similar.
They're kind of similar in the sense that they're like, oh, please just get away from
Giyu's
me.
more like Yukio.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. But it was just still like hearing his voice, I'm like, all right, so he's gonna do Getsuka Tensho. Okay, just go ahead and do it. Like,
yes, and Ichigo's going to start using breathing techniques.
don't give him ideas.
Seems like he needs to get through that hallway.
Listen, Sketch. He is the chosen one. He can do anything.
Except for get through a hallway, apparently.
Hey, listen. The hallway is magical. He must.
It's a magical hallway. It's very
must
hard.
I was so bored by
embrace
that
it
part
all.
of the story. I so didn't care. Oh, it's hard. He's getting through a hallway. Meanwhile, all your friends are getting slaughtered. I just didn't care. I was really angry, and I stopped caring about the stupid hallway.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm really curious what the Soul King wants out of Ichigo. And what
Probably
the
his
Soul
soul.
deal anyway. Yeah.
I mean, he is the
Seriously?
Soul King.
Of course. Yes, absolutely.
He's like Shang Tsung. He wants his soul. It's fine.
Your soul is mine.
Exactly.
Ichigo gets to the end of the hallway. Yes, very well, Ichigo.
By the way,
your soul is mine.
By the way, I'm sitting here looking at Ryu and just being like, you're gonna fuck this dude over, aren't you? Like, you're just there to become the new Soul King and then be like, all right, all you Quincy's are my bitches. Let's
Ryu's
go.
not out on that battlefield. He's just watching.
Well, that's the reason why I'm sitting there, because we all know what's gonna happen. Him and Ichigo are gonna go at it.
Yep.
But
100% agree.
Yep, they're gonna fight. They're all their personal BS is gonna finally boil to the top, and they're gonna fight, and they're gonna be mad at each other, and they're gonna throw their ideologies at each other, and then
they're gonna team up against the guy.
Friends again.
Yep.
And then they're gonna start making out. Oh wait, I went too far.
You want to team up against grandpapa? Yeah.
Yeah, let's just do it.
It's just
but
so
it
obvious.
Doesn't mean I want to be your friend.
It's
or
okay.
your cousin.
I mean, it's fine. It's just really obvious that's how this is going to go down.
Yeah, it is.
What I need to be is surprised. Like, I was thinking about this in terms of how do other maybe I'm just watched too much anime because I feel like a lot of this I can play out in my head how this will play out. But
Well,
like
I don't want to tip our hat too soon, but I certainly was surprised in the most recent Blue Exorcist episode. Maybe I'm just not good at picking up context hints. But before we move on to that, Steven, do you have any additional thoughts on this couple episodes of Bleach?
Stream and
Um,
Steven.
yeah, yep. Managing the stream. Um, I like the Shinji's fight and everything.
Yeah.
I really like the music that played with it. That R smooth R&B. I mean, he was
Mhm.
really going for it. They really did something special with that fight. With that, I do agree with you, Kuro, that there's something going on with it feels like JoJo level of writing that they need to write
Don't
in a
give him that
way
much
that they
credit.
put him into a corner, but they wrote it so good that now they have to figure something out to undo what they just did without
Mhm.
breaking any of the rules. It feels like that. I'm not sure if it is that, but it does feel like that. And to Paul's point about Ichigo walking down that hallway and getting his further power. My theory is that he's not just getting a power; they're training him to become the Soul King, the new Soul King. And so
Oh.
once he becomes that Soul King, he can fight that, that final battle, and he becomes a Soul King, kind of distancing himself from all the other ones and living out either a life of solitude like the Soul King's doing now, or he's going to throw his hands up in the air and it's like, I'm not going to do that. And they don't have a
He's
Soul
gonna pull
King.
a space dandy.
Yeah, yeah, he's going to do that. And it's like,
Well,
I'm
his
not doing that no
girlfriend's
more.
back on Earth. He can't leave her
Yeah,
alone.
and he's gonna go back to her. I think it's something like that, but I'm not totally sure.
Yeah, yeah, that does seem like something that's likely to be proposed to him and him be like, nah, not me.
So, Steven, what you're saying is the Soul King's going to reveal himself to be Dio all along.
It's something like that.
It was I, Dio.
Jeez. Okay.
Come on, you got to love it.
So that's Bleach. That's Bleach. Should have been. I mean, we were making the Dio jokes with old man Zangetsu. You thought it was me, Zangetsu, but it was me, some version of Yuamaha all along. Okay, let's talk about a school festival.
Yay, something fun.
This was a very
Before-
fun episode.
It was a fun episode. And it's plot relevant too. It's not filler, which I love. So before we get back to school, back at the meeting of the big cheese of the True Cross Exorcist Order, Lightning reveals that his familiars have detected 3 Illuminati spies. At least. He doesn't know if there are more, but he knows for sure there are 3 within the order, one of whom he is sure is at the Japan branch and asks Shura to track them down. But it's school festival time, and Renzo Shima is having trouble getting a date. Surprise, surprise. And apparently so is poor Rin, who gets rejected. He gets rejected by Izuma, and it completely breaks him. But to be fair, he did invite her as a backup, and she knew it too. I wouldn't say yes. I wouldn't say yes to be a backup. Anybody. Have some pride, ladies. It's because he wants to meet Shimane. And then the rest of them are like, we're not going to go because we're going to study. Because why have fun when you're a teenager, I guess? And the next day they all come in and they're like reminiscent of The Walking Dead, which is pretty funny, each of them for different reasons. Ryuji rejected a girl and that crushed him. Shima's probably been rejected by every girl, which has crushed him, and Rin's still crushed from not being able to get the 2 people he asked to say yes to him. So it was pretty
He also
amusing.
asked the other girl who's
Yeah,
not
Pakun.
in the cram schooling. Yeah. Yeah, but she already had somebody ask her.
It's funny that during this exchange, I think it's Shima who makes a reference to Mara, and like was it that or Ryuji? I think it was Ryuji makes a reference to Mara, and all I could picture was if you've ever played Persona, Mara is like a very distinct phallic shaped um creature that's known in the Persona series. So like all I could think about when he was making that reference to Mara was like, oh, big dick, big dick. It was very funny. Yes, fellow Persona players will understand. But as they're having this little back and forth, surprise, Shimi has officially joined the school. All that studying has paid off, and the stars in heaven have aligned to Rin, or have they? Of course, we see some girls asking Yukio to the dance. I don't know why. I guess everybody likes somebody, even if they're terrible people.
Oh,
Just a
it's
lot
not
of
new. He had fangirls in the first
I
season.
know, but he's got like I don't get it. He's got no game. There's nothing appealing about him. I really don't get it. I just beg you ladies to do better for yourselves. I beg you. Have higher standards. And the high school drama
When the
continues.
bar is Yukio, that's pretty low.
Yeah. Hormones are out of control. And Ryuji's right on point by saying that. Rin is so happy he's going to ask Shimi to the dance. And in what is the cutest and most awkward exchange, he approaches her to ask her, and she interrupts him to tell him she's going to ask Yukio.
Oh, we all
Why?
felt that one.
Oh, yes. I felt a little zombified in that moment. I just wanted
I
to
was
shake
crushed. You should see the tweets. I was crushed, man.
her. I know. What's wrong with you? Not because she likes him, but because she sensed something was wrong with him, because there is something wrong with him that we know, audience knows, and he's been acting weird lately, which Rin agrees with, but Rin thinks that she likes him, and he also knows something's wrong with him, so he encourages her to go and ask him, and this is like the most high school of high school dramas. Shimi also gets turned down by Yukio, and she's kind of crushed. And round robin we go with all of this.
Mm-hmm.
In the midst of all of this, there is a interesting scene between Mephisto and Shura. And Shura clearly thinks that Mephisto is the Illuminati spy. And he is very clear with her, don't get in my way.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
If you're not trying to be sus, you're not doing a good job.
I mean, he's been sus all along. That's been his MO.
Yeah.
But poor crushed Rin. He's decided to work a race stall instead with our old friend Sei Godain. Back with Shimi. Noriko at least explains to her, well, Rin probably likes you, and he didn't get a chance to ask you, and that's why he's been acting weird. Thank you so much, girlfriend. She's the most normal.
Thank you.
I'm just so glad she broke it down for her.
But then Shimi's immediately like, oh, but Rin doesn't think of me that way.
No, he totally does. He totally likes you. And it's great, and we love it, and we want you guys together. So poor Rin, poor rejected Rin, is working with Sei, and he attempts to rope Izumo into helping him, but she ditches him, not before making a very cryptic comment about seeing neither him nor Shimi seeing the hidden side of people, and that she doesn't trust anyone. Well, put a bookmark in that. Later on at the festival, Rin runs into Shimi, and they make up from the awkwardness that been plaguing them before when he asks her to dance, and it's really adorable and sweet. And I just squeed up until the point where they ask Yukio to join them, and it ruins it.
But that was cute, you know.
I guess.
And I think
not feeling the thruple vibes.
As much as I don't like Yukio, I think he needed this. He needed this.
He needed to feel loved, sure, whatever. Yeah, you're loved.
You're loved.
Yeah.
You've always
Izumo-
been loved. Pay attention.
I know. He doesn't see it.
None of your
Izumo,
woe is me.
she feels bad about ditching the guys and then starts heading to the festival, but runs into Takara, who tries to warn her off and pulls out a Kitsune doll. And that is the end of the festival episode. I say let's just talk about that because the next part of it takes us to a whole different plot direction. So
Yes, it does.
Yes, festival
Yes.
episode. Steven, what'd you think?
Rin is an idiot. There, that's what I think.
What a cute idiot.
Yes, but
But in fairness, is he a bigger idiot than anybody else?
Yukio a little bit more.
Yeah, unanimously agrees.
It's he had the chance like 3 times to ask her out. And it's not because he chickened out or anything, which mainly he did, but he's an idiot for not taking the chance. That is why he is alone. That is why I tweeted it out that he is alone, because he is, and they're going to dance with Yukio. You're an idiot. You are a complete idiot, and I'm done with you. That's it. I mean, I'm done. I got stuff for the next episode, but yeah, I'm done. Because I mean, we finally got to see the puppet kid, which is kind of cool. Because I
Takara's
was
pretty
wondering
cool.
what his deal was.
Yep.
But just seeing it, I don't know. It's like I'm not done with the show, but I'm talking to Brittany, or their social media manager, and she just sees the fallout of everything happening because she knows what's going on, and it's like the show is tearing my heart out. It's like he did not ask her out. I'm angry at this whole thing. It's like here's exactly what I said. I'm
Let
done
that
with
be a
this
lesson
show.
to you.
No,
Never let the girl talk first.
no. I'm
to be
done.
fair, Shimi doesn't understand a lot of these social concepts. These are literally her first ever peer friends.
No. This is the episode where you're like, okay, you like both of them, but who do you like?
Like
And
that
then
never
she's
even
like,
occurred to her.
What?
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
think those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't even
But
occur
she
to her.
finally figured it out.
Yep. I don't know.
Bless
It's
her
like
heart.
I'm talking to Brittany in the DMs, and I'm saying I'm done with the show, Brittany. Rin is an idiot. Yukio deserves nothing. This love triangle. The puppet dude is cool though. Then I go on and
I
go
think
ahead.
you should definitely give it a little bit more time. This is just they need that typical anime arcs to work out their internal stuff.
Are you like a mind reader, Kuro? Because that's exactly what Brittany said.
Yeah,
Minds think alike.
it needs to just play out. This is typical. I have a feeling because I'm obviously the series isn't done yet. I have a feeling things will eventually work out. I mean, it took Naruto ages before he figured out that Sakura was not for him. So
It's just Naruto in a different format. You have Sasuke there as Yukio, you have Rin as Naruto, and you have Sakura as Shimi. And it's just like, oh, I can do this thing over here and take her on a date as well, and we can all be happy as some weird threesome triangle thing.
at
You're an
least Shimi's
idiot.
likable.
Yeah,
That she
yeah, I
got that
guess
going
so.
for her.
Yeah. Oof.
What'd you think about the festival episode? Sketch.
Well, I gotta tell you, at this point in watching anime as much as I do, school festival episodes are like poison to me usually. I'm like, no, not another school festival. No! They're inescapable. But this
either that or
didn't
the
focus
pool.
that much on the festival, so that's good. I mean, you didn't have to deal with the days of preparation or, any. I mean, there was drama, but I mean, usually school festival stories have a lot more drama. So it was nice. It was like, oh, okay, cool. Everybody's doing their thing. You don't even get to see that much of what's going. It was cute seeing Shimane dressed up as a ghoul.
Yeah, that was
It's
cute. She makes the cutest zombie ever.
yeah. She's having that casual conversation with her mother, totally zoning out. She's like, "Oh, I can't help out with the store the whole time. I gotta be a monster for for my class." It's like, okay, we can make that work out. Yeah, yeah. And Rin going full in on the rice balls totally makes sense. What's the deal with Renzo's class and the glasses cafe? What? We didn't even get to see that. Like, what is a glasses cafe? Are all the servers wearing glasses? Is that it? Is that all there is to it? It's not that creative, but I guess it's something.
This is why I didn't want to see a full school festival episode. Because I just
Exactly.
don't care.
Yes, you
I just want to
just
see
don't
the cute part.
just
Skip
don't
to the
care.
cute part.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I think Ren's really cute when he's confident. When he like goes for it, it's really
Yeah.
adorable.
Oh man, when he actually got up the courage to ask Shiemi, I was like, oh man, I wish you had talked first.
Yeah.
And then Shiemi's like, oh, well, he didn't ask me to the dance. It's like, well, excuse me, girl. He doesn't want to be second place. He's not going to
To
be
his
your
brother.
backup.
Not to his
To
brother
his-
for sure.
To his brother. No way. He has way too much pride for that. Plus, he's being a really good wingman to his crappy brother.
Yeah.
Because he cares about his brother. And
And he cares about
realizes that his
Shimi.
brother's having issues.
That's why he's better than his brother, because Yukio would never say go to Ren. But Ren's like, yeah, go ask Yukio, because he thinks that she likes him. He's trying to do the right thing, which makes him such a good brother. He's such a better guy than Yukio. Yukio would
And-
never do that.
Yukio thinks that she likes Rin, and he's bitter about it.
Yeah.
Like like
It's
these
I know.
boys.
I know.
One's a great brother. The other, not so much. Not so much. So much.
I'm way too invested in this crap.
Totally understanding the plight that Renzo and Rin were going through. That's harsh, fellas. Also, Konakamaru coming out of nowhere like, oh, actually, I have a date to the dance. You
What?
traitor! Konakamaru's got game.
I'm trying to figure out what it is about Shima. Like, he must be really dorky in person and just completely lacking in charm that no woman wants to go out with him.
Yeah, well, I think he comes off as too desperate.
It's just hard to really get a sense of it from the anime, but it's like every single girl just outright rejects him.
I mean, he's not a bad-looking guy.
No, he's not bad looking.
He's got a semi-decent personality. It's really, I don't. It's just to play the trope, really.
Yeah, I guess that is.
You gotta
That's
up your
why-
game, son. Moroku had game. You ain't no Moroku. You ain't no Moroku, son. You put that staff to shame. I'm sure your family would feel the same.
His brother's got game. Both of them.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about his middle brother. He thinks he has game, but I don't know.
That
about
confidence. There are women out there that would go for that. That confidence.
Perhaps. But yeah, this was a fun episode. I quite enjoyed it. And even though Kamaki is like, nah, I'm gonna ditch him, and it's gonna show him that people aren't trustworthy. He's like, well, I promise, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. See, you're a good girl. You just don't want to be. You just don't want to be. Get over it. Get over it. It was really funny. Shiemi and oh gosh, what's her name?
Pakun? Noriko
Pakun.
Pakun?
Yeah, Noriko. Shiami and Noriko chit-chatting, and Izumo's just like, they're so bubbly.
Yeah. They're being girly. It gets even cuter. Like in the next arc, the three girls, you
You
see
can
a
call
little
me
bit more
Noriko.
fun dynamic between all of them. It's fun.
That sounds
It's
good.
this is the amount of like the teenageness that I can handle. It's a subplot, and it's just enough for me to be able to handle it.
Well, I guess we should move on to the big twist.
Yeah. Let's move on to some plot twists. So Takara presents the Kitsune doll, which Izumo recognizes as belonging to someone named Tsukumo. Meanwhile, Lightning and Angel have captured one of the spies and learned that they were intentionally trying to keep them out of the way. Using the spy's family as leverage, he finds out that the Illuminati are attempting to kidnap a girl from the Japan branch, which is revealed to be Izumo. Dun dun dun. Shura then quickly directs the kids to go and find her. Well, she's with Takara, who leads her into an open balcony and tells her that he got the doll from Tsukumo directly in person. He describes himself as being a coordinator to make sure things go smoothly and tells her he's trying to keep her safe until the Illuminati come to kidnap her. I think the language uses is really important here because, well, I'll say afterwards, but paying attention. She interprets this as him being the threat and attacks him. So, Izumo, gotta work on our listening ears, honey. They both begin to battle, and this is actually the first time we see Takara fight. He summons a golem that turns into basically a toy Gundam. It's pretty cool looking.
Apparently the son of a big toy manufacturer.
Yes. And as his Gundam toy is overwhelming her foxes, Shima then shows up to fight Takara. And Takara says to Shima, I won't let you get away with her. But Takara summons a dark demon familiar named Yomantika. Yomantika very easily dispatches Takara's golem as well as his other toy-like summons, and then goes to attack Takara directly. But Nemu's puppet wakes up and kind of wakes him up and saves his soul from being devoured by the creature.
Eek.
Yeah.
And can I say, before we get any further,
yeah,
Renzo showing up here, stunting, I'm like, whoa, Renzo, wow.
Yeah. Wow, you got a cool ability you've been hiding all of this time, huh?
He does explain that he can't use it often because it really wears him out. And that is true.
Because he
will collapse later.
He doesn't train with it. Meanwhile, the kids all hear the explosion back up at the observation deck, and they go running to see what happens. Izumo then tries to leave to get help, but Shima at that point reveals himself to be the true spy and incapacitates her, and Nemu was in fact Mephisto's spy. Rin is alerted that something is wrong and goes racing past everyone towards Izumo's location. And Renzo then reveals that his mission was initially to observe Shima to observe the cram school, and a helicopter drops in with a bunch of Illuminati. Rin then shows up with the rest of the kids in tow when shining lights start popping up all over the campus, which are revealed to be Seraphim. And then Mephisto pops up. Literally, he pops up to watch the show. A very bright colored figure appears who reveals himself to be Lucifer, and he is wearing a mask, and Mephisto refers to him as Big Brother, and he seems he's not quite well. And unlike the other demons, his tail is actually bathed in white. It's very Bright Star, Morning Star vibes here, if you know Lucifer lore. He then issues as a representative of the Illuminati, a declaration of war against the True Cross and states that in 1 year they will combine Asya and Gehenna into one and release their father Satan. He offers Samael to join them, but Samael rejects his invitation in favor of the freedom and chaos that humanity brings, which I agree. I'm all for the freedom and the chaos. They take Izumo with them, as well as Shima, but Rin recklessly tries to intervene and stop them, but Renzo then steps in and very easily parries Rin's sword and mocks his friends before taking off in the helicopter, at which point he does pass out. And the kids watch all of this in utter dismay. But right then, the Seraphim all explode, which takes out the last of the school's barriers, inviting a host of demons to attack the Japan branch. And it's alluded that this is happening all over the world at the other branches as well. Mephisto then orders Yukio to take the X-Wires to rescue Izumo and explains to them that Takuhara was his spy, as he is an Exorcist first class, which explains everything. And Rin, of course, is determined that he's going to bring them both back or die trying. I don't know, man. My view on traitors is fuck them. You can kill them first.
Well, that's typical Rin to not want to
Yeah.
believe that Renzo is a traitor.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's his friend. He wants to take him back. That makes sense. Yeah, so what'd you think of the big plot twist? Sketch.
Man, I probably should have expected it to be Renzo, but that totally caught me off guard.
Pretty good, right?
I was like, oh, it is the puppet guy. Well, that's pretty typical. Wait a minute. Wait a minute! You got me. You got me, Blue Exorcist. You got me. You got me with the bait and switch.
They give you some hints, though, leading up to it that Takara's not, like, they give you just enough to think, like, is he, though? Is he?
Well, one thing that doesn't quite sit well with me with Takara was once Izumo was captured, Takara's like, all right, my job's over. Like, what? You... They did say, I'm going to keep you safe until the Illuminati come. Like, so you're planning on letting her be taken by the Illuminati regardless?
He needed to know they needed to know who the traitor was. He was there to see who it was that was going to take her. So Mephisto would know. Yes.
Oh,
yeah, now
okay,
it all comes together. That was his job. That was his mission. So he wasn't meant to interfere.
I feel like he probably should have interfered. It's not like Mephisto did. He's like, that's the King of Light, my boy. There's nothing I can do.
Yeah, I mean, they sent the kids off to go rescue her. She's gonna get rescued. it's just gonna be really difficult because they're all X-Wires still.
Yeah, that just seems kind of convenient, but well, whatever. I was that was the quickest, like, oh yeah, Renzo oh no, Renzo. I should have known something was sus the moment he started doing good. It's like, whoa, that's powerful. That sure would have come in handy in the previous story arc.
Exactly.
The other thing that kind of bothers me is we just did a spy betrayal thing in the previous arc.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, come on.
Betrayals seem to be pretty much par for the course for the series.
Yeah, but I will say, because of that previous arc, I even less thought it was Renzo. So I guess it worked. So I honestly, I don't know who. It would have been too on the nose if it was the puppet kid. So I don't know. Konakamaru, maybe. That would have been something. I don't know.
The hardest part about the Shima betrayal, though, is like you just saw his family.
Yeah.
You just met his father and his brothers, and it's
They're
actually
such
and
good
like
people.
yeah, they're really good people. So this isn't him
What's the
just betraying the
deal?
academy, and not just him betraying his friends, but like basically his entire identity. It's
Yeah,
it's pretty raw. I was really angry. I was so mad.
understandably so.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm still mad even
man.
though I know how it ends. I'm still mad.
And he tells Rin, you got to be prepared to kill humans if you want to fight this war. Like, ooh. Yeah, up to this point they've all been about killing demons. So that is But that's okay because sometimes humans are worse than demons, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes. Also, Lucifer are like, we're going to summon our like we're going to revive Satan right in front of Rin, right in front of Rin, right in front of him. Frankly, I'm surprised the boy didn't go off right that second. He's
Yeah.
learned some restraint.
This is the shock. Not much though, because he goes for it. He
Yeah,
won't
he goes for
listen.
it immediately and is immediately shut down by Renzo. Dang. Well, looking forward to their eventual fight because you know it's gonna happen. You just know it. Curious why they need Izumo. Curious
Yeah, I
about
was
that.
wondering when you were gonna mention that.
What makes her so special? Because let's be real, even though she talks a big game and she's got like a lineage and all that, she's kind of a screw up thus far.
Yeah, she's
She's
been pretty
not good
average.
at what
Mm-hmm.
she does. She's book smart, but she's not good in the fields
Mm-hmm.
unless she's working alone. I don't know.
Steven, plot twist. How did that affect you?
I'm already reeling from the other episode, and so then it's this one, and it's that was a shock. I didn't expect it to be him.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect it to be this early on that they revealed someone that was, is someone who was one of the traitors to it. Um, having the puppet kid to be kind of like another spy within it, so you have like some weird dual spy thing inside of it, which kind
So
of
it's
doesn't
spy
make
versus spy.
yeah, it kind of like doesn't make sense to me. Like if he was supposed to be spying on everyone in that group, you should have knew it was him the whole time instead of
I,
just like,
I mean, how would he have known though? Shima's done nothing to betray them. You only know a spy when they reveal themselves, and that's what he was waiting for. He was only there to observe to
yeah,
see
but
what would.
there had to been hints. There had to been all kinds of stuff that he seen and he reported back, and they had to have narrowed it down. It wasn't Rin. I mean, it could have
I
been
think that, but
Yukio.
that was the point too. I mean, who's to say he wasn't also spying on Yukio for other reasons? He has. I
True.
mean, we know Mephisto knows about Yukio.
Yeah.
We know he has reason to be watching him. So, I feel like
Jeez, Mephisto's like watching invisibly as Shiemi and Yukio talk. Like,
yeah,
what a creep.
he has. I think Takara being a spy is the one part of this that makes complete sense because how
Yeah.
Mephisto has a handle in all of this and is working behind the scenes, and this only works if he's got people on his side working with him. If he's got his fingers in a couple of these pies.
Yeah. It makes sense. It just for my taste, like, I don't know. I didn't think I'll go back to that. I didn't think they were gonna reveal the spy this early. And maybe I wasn't paying attention enough, but having a episode going from the tonal shift, that whiplash of, "Hey, we're all in love," to, "Hey, here's the spy."
Yeah.
Um, that was kind of like I guess they should have built it up more and should have what I would have done if I was in charge of it. I would have put all the kids in all kind of different areas, which they did, but it was like you didn't know which one was going to do it until that ending, until that final thing. And so, um, they kind of did it like that, but I didn't I wasn't I guess I wasn't prepared for it to
They
be
didn't
him.
build up enough tension, you're saying. You
Yeah,
wanted to see a little
yeah.
bit
I
more
wanted
built
a
up
little bit
tension.
more in there instead of going from, "Hey, here's a love story," to, "Hey, here's a spy." Um, aside from that, I am pleasantly surprised, I guess, that it was him. I was shocked, as you can tell from the tweets that I put out and me yelling at Brittany saying that this show I can't take it anymore because it's ripping my heart out. Um,
Oh, good. Stay tuned.
yeah. Oh boy, it's gonna be fun. Um, yeah.
It is gonna be fun though. It's good
Okay.
storytelling.
That's good. I mean, there's
It's
like
good
so
storytelling.
many spies in this show, and it's like we just got off an arc that had spies in it, and they drop a bomb on everyone. The puppet dude's some spy. I don't know, man. It's like you want to mess with my heart. This is how you do it. You get so invested in every single character, and then they like, yep, here it is, and it's like, no, yeah, that's my whole thing about it. I yeah, I got issues with it and everything else, and it kind of cleared it up a little bit. But man, you're just ripping my heart out every single episode, and so I can't wait for this upcoming weeks because I know my heart's going to get ripped out again.
Yeah, it's intense, but it's pretty interesting, I think, how they're trying to how they build up all these layers, having I think part of the problem is, and I mentioned this during the last recording when we talked about Blue Exorcist, they really are trying to fit a lot of material into a short arc. This is
Hmm.
only 12 episodes, right?
Okay.
So like the first two episodes, they rush through a lot of stuff to get through this. So I think they're part of the reason it feels a little like you feel a little whiplash because that's a design flaw that they
Okay.
they try to fit too
Yeah.
much into a short period of time. They're trying to get
Mm.
through. But that's just a production choice. That's the way
Yeah.
they're doing anime now. They're trying to make things shorter instead of longer. There's not really an appetite for making a 20 episode series, which this could have
Hmm.
very easily this whole story could have fit in 20 episodes, no issue. But that's just a production choice, a budget choice. So
Yeah.
we get
And
things
then
we get things at a very rapid pace.
one final thing, the guy who reveals himself like all glittery and gold and everything shining,
Lucifer, yeah.
Lucifer, yeah. Um, was he like wearing like an owl mask or like what kind of mask was he wearing? It's just like a
Yeah, he's
gold
wearing a
mask.
mask. Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
like,
That's interesting.
yeah, that's they kept pointing that camera on it. I'm like, it has to be some type of clue that we're trying to see, and we can't see his face. It's like, so
Wonder
something's
what's
going
wrong
on.
with him. Something's wrong with him, right?
Yeah, it must be something with his face.
Something's wrong with him. Might be important. I don't know. It's good though. We get to now we said that we're going to get some Izumo time. So that starts now, guys. Who's ready?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I gotta say though, like I think you guys are still reeling from the shock, but oh holy crap, I was super pissed off at the end of that episode. Both times I've seen it, I'm super pissed off. Like, oh, fuck you, Shima. We're never
I'm
gonna be
still
friends
mad at it.
again. We're never gonna be friends again. I don't care what you say.
Every single
I'm
every
glad all the girls rejected you.
Yeah.
exactly, Sketch. Exactly. You
You
deserve
were a
every single
you were a
one.
bad guy the whole time.
I don't like betrayals. Like I feel very strongly about it when a character betrays their friend group like this. So like I feel like whatever Ryuji's gonna dish out, like if you kill him and eating him senseless, 100%, I'm behind you, bro. You do what you gotta do. Tell his father dishonor on you, dishonor on your brothers, dishonor on your cow, dishonor.
But not dishonor on your whole family because they're all right. You're the black sheep.
I mean, they have to bear that. Yeah. Well, I guess his brother marrying um what's her name? Whose name I already forgot, would feel a little better.
The
Like, well,
snake
both,
woman.
yeah, both of our families have dishonor, so
Yep. Plenty of dishonor to go around.
So, any further thoughts before we wrap things up?
Well, I'm intrigued. My other thought is, man, I miss A1 pictures. There were some moments in this episode in particular that were just not well drawn. I don't know. Some of the proportions are weird, and
I think the
the fate,
transitions were a little
the
choppy.
the face is wrong, and like, what the heck was going on when Shura was like blown by the explosion? I don't know. It looked weird.
Yeah, it was a little choppy too in terms of like
But like they're
seeing
standing
the
there, it's this big dramatic moment, and I can't like take it in as well as I think I should be because everybody's face just looks wrong.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
It kind of worked for Mephisto though. His contorted face when Rin confronted him, that kind of worked, but otherwise it would.
I liked what his face looked like when he rejected his brother's offer. How it
Mhm.
looked like he like kind of
Yeah.
looked dark, I guess.
Mhm. Yeah, that worked.
Yeah.
But what is going on? I miss you, A1 steak sauce. I miss you so much. You were just too busy making solo leveling, I guess.
Yeah. Even Jeff Ferreira said the character designs are looking a little awkward. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But on the side of body positivity, I think the girls are looking plumper in this design, actually. Except for Kamiki, she's still a string bean.
poor thing. You'll grow into it, I promise, honey.
Good episodes of Blue Exorcist. I want
Good
to
plot
see
twist.
what happens next.
Yeah.
It was a good. Like I said, it got me. It got me. And this is the opposite of Bleach. Surprising developments.
Yeah.
All right. That's a podcast. You can email us at podcast@toonamifaithful.com. You can follow us on facebook.com/toonamifaithfulpodcast and on Twitter @toonamipodcast. You can listen to the podcast on just about everything, including Apple Podcast, Castbox, Deezer, Google Podcast, iHeartRadio, Overcast, Podbay, Podbean, Podcast Addict, Radio.com, Spotify, and the TuneIn app. And you can find every episode of the podcast to stream online at the same place they found the encrypted clinical trials on Lazarus, soundcloud.com/Toonami Faithful Podcast. And get the latest news by following at ToonamiFaithful.com on Blue Sky and at Tsunami News on Twitter. And read the news, views, and reviews on ToonamiFaithful.com. Steven, tell the folks where they can find you.
You can find me perpetually online. Um, I'm usually on like every social media site under MXA Ghost. If you wish to follow me, you can. If you do not, you can not follow me. That's your choice. You can do that. It's all going to be about Kamen Rider and probably Yu-Gi-Oh! Eventually, it's all just going to turn into that. Also, I stream on Twitch sometimes. Currently, doing some Hollow Knight. That game is obtuse, hard. I don't understand it, but I'm fighting my way through it.
It's the first one, right?
It is.
Yeah,
Hey, I
baby.
actually watched the first episode of the new Kamen Rider. It's super cool that we're able to watch that simulcast.
It
That's like
is.
that is like a mind-blowing development for Kamen Rider.
It is, man. It's so fun.
Also a pretty interesting first episode. I suppose I could the second one's out now, is it, or am I just
It
mixing
is.
things up?
So all
Yeah.
you would have to do is go onto the Tokusatsu site. It's usually streaming on Twitch right now. But YouTube has a function. You can't technically watch the episode because there's no episode to click on, but you can do two. Go to that one, just rewind it all the way to the beginning and then watch
Yeah.
it all the way through.
There was a surprising amount of English speaking in that.
It is. Yeah, it is. It's fun though, but it is.
Yeah, it's fun. It's an interesting concept for a common writer.
Dreaming and spies.
Yeah, fun stuff. It's just super cool that we've come so very, very, very far from Saban's Master Writer.
So far.
So very far.
We strayed so far from the sun.
Ugh. But we're back, baby.
Yeah.
Better than ever. It's cool. I like this. Kuro, tell the folks where they can find you.
You can find me on Twitter and on Blue Sky if you search at Happy Kuro Kitty. That's where I'm at. I'm also here on the podcast and on the website. Check us out.
All right.
Paul, where can they find you?
Around. Oh, you mean on social media? Oh, okay.
No, I didn't mean that. I mean, like, where can our fans go and stalk you? Clearly, because that seems to be something.
Dox
Well, wait a
yourself,
minute.
Paul.
Yeah.
Well,
dox
wait a
yourself.
minute. I mean, if you want to come take care of some autistic children, I'm more than happy to let you do that. I mean, you can. I'm good with it if you'd like. No? Okay. So you can find me on X. You can find me on Blue Sky. You can find me pretty much everywhere just by searching Paul Pascrillo. And you can email me, paulpascrillo@toonamifaithful.com. So there's that. And Sketch, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Sketch1984. Also on Blue Sky, just look up Sketch1984. Thank you all for listening. Whether you're tuning in live or catching the podcast after the fact, we always appreciate your listenership. Be sure to share the podcast with your friends if you think they'd be interested. And until next time, we don't like traitors around here.
No.
Feels lacking without Laser doing something.
I know. And we are out.